Hello, Doron. How are you doing?
Amazing, amazing. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here in Miami with you.
Wow, I mean, every time I come here, I am blown away every single time by this place. It's so much fun to be here. I'm just really blessed that I was able to be here today.
It seems like it's never enough, the time we spend here, right? You want to stay longer.
It's kind of confusing. Your brain plays tricks on you. Am I in vacation or am I here for business, right? And you keep reminding it, don't go do the shore. You're not on vacation. You're here to handle business, right? Like, it's almost like it's calling your name, the beaches, the speedboats, the jet skis, It's like, it's a different vibe. I love Miami, man.
Yeah, I love too. So I spend these 4 days if, with the owners club and debating, go to the beach, go to the room. So hard, but we here for a mission, right? For a purpose. So let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, 100%.
I just came back from Brazil, so straight from Brazil to Miami. Yeah, I was in
Oh, wow.
vacation, and it was hard to leave as well, and now it's hard to leave today. So it seems like I didn't have vacation.
How much of a time shift is it?
It's 3 hours difference.
Okay, so you're dealing with some jet lag probably,
I
no?
didn't.
No?
Not at all.
You're so like excited and getting the things done in Miami. You're like, let's go. I don't care, right?
Yeah, I got here in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, all day long, go to the events.
Amazing. You're a much better person than I am. If I don't get sleep, man, I'm like a baby. If I don't eat and I don't sleep, I'm groggy, man. So you're a much better person than me.
Maybe because I have been traveling so much. I bet you do too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to get everything,
yeah.
almost everything. But it was amazing talk that you have yesterday. So, but I would like to start asking, when did you start your real estate journey?
So it was about 11 years ago. I had an unsudden death of my father that really shook me
Wow.
to my core, to made me realize that I don't want to do what I'm doing anymore, right? And I was just thinking, what can I do instead with the tools that I gathered along my life journey? I was not young. Back then I had 2 kids, and I looked at all the things I had between knowledge and financials, and I'm like, I don't have a runway of 30, 40 years. If I change a career now, I used to build, scale, and sell companies. I started service companies ground up. I did 4 successful exits, and I thought that's going to be my career, my legacy. Then I realized I'm becoming my dad. I'm never around. My kids are growing. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just, never around because he was providing. And when I lost him, I realized that I lost all that time with him because of him being at work. And I just wanted something better for my kids. And now I have 3 kids. And I think I've did the best choice I could have done, not just for myself, not, financially wise, but for my kids. And so the last company I sold, I had a good amount of capital. I had a good amount of knowledge on, how to build a business, how to scale a business. And I just took that knowledge over to real estate, where most people starting real estate look at real estate as brick and mortar. I looked at real estate as a business, right?
Yeah.
Because I understand business. I understand the financial aspect, the sales, the marketing, all the other pillars that businesses are basically founded on. And I just copied them into real estate. I was fortunate enough to have a good amount of capital to start. So I just started big. I started my first real estate transaction as a developer developing a ground up multifamily complex. That's kind of how I started.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So 11 years doing this. Wow. And you already respond why you're doing this, right? You want better life for your family and your quality time with your kids. But what else?
So, there's life there's life quality that people automatically think that the quality of life is, most people is financial, but that's not true. For me, I encountered success already, and I was making good money already. For me, I think it's more about how we live our lives. And I think that to each his own. I'm not saying that I have it all figured out, but I think where I'm at in life, I kind of understood that the legacy for me was more important to leave my kids with memories, because when I'm gone, nobody can take the money to the grave, right?
That's right.
When I'm gone, what do I leave behind? Other than the zeros in the bank account, what do I leave behind? Because that'll go away really quick, and all the material stuff is going to go away. But what am I going to leave? I leave the stuff that my kids will take with them to everywhere they go, the memories. They're going to go to a certain state. Oh, remember we were there with dad. They're going to go, to a different country. Remember we were here with dad. It was, all the memories, all the things that we shared together is what they're going to have. Even the smallest things, my dad never taught me how to ride a bike, right? Like it sounds, so, and again, he was a good guy, but he was just providing. But as a kid, you don't understand that. You just see the void, the absence, right? And it hit me hard because when he was gone, I saw so many people that I didn't even know that he impacted come to the funeral. I didn't even knew he had so many friends. So he was that amazing person that I never got to know.
Wow.
And I want to be an amazing person in my kids' lives. So for me, that's really how I want to live my life.
That's phenomenal. So what is the highlight of your career, real estate career?
Meaning like a project that I did, or I was a part of a big project in Philadelphia, which was basically inquiring in all the assisted living. We started converting it into an apartment building, and then they cut off the Airbnb in the city. Major metropolises all over the country started banning Airbnb. It started, I think, in Los Angeles, and then obviously California, New York, everyone just followed. And then it came to Philadelphia, and I've seen a lot of people just abandon the Airbnbs, which was their main sources of income, and running for the hills. They didn't know what to do. They were lost. And made me kind of scratch my head and see, hey, is there an opportunity here? Because now there's going to be a big deficit in the market. There's not going to be a lot of short term in the market. And, I always preach to people starting in real estate, it's never about us. It's never about what we want to do with this project or with this transaction. It's all about what the market needs, right? And I identified there's going to be a void in short-term accommodations, because Philadelphia has a lot of hospitals. It has a lot of reasons for people outside the city to come in on a regular basis for short-term. And then so I identified a loophole in the zoning that will allow us to convert the zoning for multifamily to a short-term accommodation. We got our hotel license, liquor license, and basically got another construction loan, another almost $3.5 million construction loan to the existing $3 million that we had, and just started building a resort, and was a major success. The resort was featured in the New York Times Magazine as a must-see. We got multiple rewards, best development in 2024 by the Business Journal. #1 restaurant in Philadelphia, also inside that resort. The other restaurant was chosen to be one of the best new restaurants in the country. The second restaurant.
That's incredible.
And so, it was hard, it was long, it was a 3-year project. Historical building, which, it's kind of like the black belt of renovation. There's a lot of restrictions on what you can do and how can you do it as far as fixing it. A lot of challenges. But it comes to prove that sometimes God makes things worthwhile very difficult, and you just really have to remember not to give up, because you only lose when you quit. You get the lessons and you move on, and you get the lessons and you move on, and you don't know how to do it and you figure it out and you move on, because that's how winning is done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I got opportunity to see a little bit about your luxury hotel on Instagram, and do you think you got the experience that you want to provide to your guests? Do you think you got that taken care of?
Yeah, I mean, look, what I say doesn't matter. What the guests say matters, right? Like, hospitality is all about the ratings. And I think we did a pretty good job. I don't have any hospitality experience. I don't have any restaurant experience. I'm just being honest and genuine about the fact that I've learned, and the best learning is done through listening, right? You heard the saying that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right?
Yes.
We got to be doing double the listening than talking. And a lot of people like to talk about themselves, thinking they're so good in this and so good in that, but you got to be humble. You got to keep your mouth shut and your ears open, and you have to listen to your guests. And the guests believe that we did an amazing job, but we're always looking to improve. We're always looking to do things much better than anybody in the area. And recently, we were found and chosen to get the honor of a Michelin Key to our resort. And I think, and it's not a Michelin star to the restaurant, it's a Michelin Key for the resort, and not a lot of places ever get that honor of a Michelin Key. So I feel that that speaks louder than anything I can tell you, that I think I'm doing right, maybe, because getting that honor is, for me, something that, we take a lot of pride in. So I think we're doing a good job, but we're always looking to learn how to improve.
That's outstanding, right? So, but for those that don't understand what is Michelin Key, so can you explain a little bit?
Yeah. So where a Michelin star is given for a restaurant for the experience of the food and a whole bunch of other perimeters, a Michelin Key is actually for the establishment. So it takes you through a rigorous overall rating of all the components that make your establishment combined together. Anything from the room service to the way you were greeted when you came in, the way you were greeted coming out, all the amenities. Like, there's a lot of amenities. The look on how it was built. I mean, that built, we did so much stuff. I imported stuff from Turkey, from Greece, from Italy, flew a pool in from London. Like, there's a lot that went into that project. I poured all my development relationships overseas into that, giving it my all, and I think it all came into place when, from the acknowledgement standpoint, when we got that acknowledgement, because it just checks so many things in your establishment before you're actually able to get that honor of the Michelin Key. That I think we got it right, but it was not easy, and I can't tell you how many times we completely broke things apart and rebuilt them in those 3 years. The smallest things, like baseboards, like lightings, like so many things, we did 3 and 4 and 5 times. even tiles, we were going for certain patterns that didn't fit how we wanted them. We broke the tile, we redid it. Like, I'm telling you, it was a rigorous process, but it was worthwhile for sure.
So that seems like you had the vision and you want the perfect picture of your vision.
I love that. I love that word that you said. It's all about the vision. And I can talk to 3 hours about how hard it is sometimes to have people get caught up with your vision. Because your vision's in your head, right? And nobody really understands it. And it's so complex. There's so many pieces and so many layers and so many steps. And it's probably one of the biggest challenges that visionaries have is the implementation process, because I have a saying that my team knows: an idea is as good as its execution. Like, I can have the best idea, the best vision, but what the world gets to see is how I executed on it, how I delivered on it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like I'm capped at the level of my execution is how good it actually is. Doesn't matter how you have it in your head. So that's just, I think, the hardest thing that I found with the people that have big vision. Yeah.
Yeah, I am visionary too. And I wish people could have a picture of what I'm thinking. Because sometimes I want to, okay, let me draw that for you. And over and over and over and said, okay, so do just like this.
Yeah,
And
so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so when it's done, yeah, now it's good. Let's go.
As long as that's what you say at the end, then that you're lucky. You're lucky to be able to do a great job that delivered that. That's amazing to hear.
Yeah. So with that, all these changes, probably over budget, exceed your budget for the project
What budget?
of building the.
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
The budget, yes, you're spot on. Yes, we exceeded the budget, which, you know what, it happens. And a lot of my projects, I actually became I came in under budget, which is very rare in ground up multifamily developments and large scale projects. Some due to my relationships of importing things from overseas, where I get like really nice stuff cheaper than other things, like 60, 70 cents on the dollar. Some is because I have a deep knowledge and understanding of operations, how to run things lean and efficient. So, if banks are giving me 18 months to 24 months to finish a project, I can finish it in 12 or 8 or 10 and get it fully stabilized. But at the end of the day, it's not just the budget that was sometimes a bottleneck in the process of things like that. It's also closing the gap between what you don't know and what you don't know that you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I can go into the hospitality space knowing that I don't know how to open a restaurant, run restaurant crews, because I never owned a restaurant, finding the right synergy between the commercial aspects of, the sauna, the gym that I'm building, and on all the other things, but I don't know what I don't know. And then you find out along your way what other gaps you have to close. Because in the beginning, you know what gaps you have to close because you have an idea how it's going to look like, but you don't have everything you don't know right off the gate. So the budget is one thing that, yes, I agree, it was a problem and we figured it out. The bigger problem is tackling the things that you didn't know. Am I making sense?
Absolutely, yeah. I got that all the time. But doesn't scare us at all. If you don't know, you're gonna figure it out.
And that's really the thing, with me specifically. It's almost like someone told me once, why a bird sitting on a small branch 150 feet on the air is not scared the branch is going to break and she's going to die, because it trusts its ability to fly, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wasn't scared because I trusted myself, just like you said, to figure it out. And where most people get intimidated and kind of freeze, I trusted myself with my partners to figure it out, and I think that's really a key ingredient that some people miss. They might have the financials, they might have, a pretty good solid plan, but they're missing the trust.
Yeah.
Some of it from God, some of it from my wife trusting me, reminding me, what are you scared of? I mean, do you even realize what you accomplished so far?
Yeah.
Like, almost like, how dare are you, like, doubt yourself?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's not even me trusting myself. It's exterior to me,
Yeah.
my team members also that support obviously everything I do along the way. When I have self-doubts, so that's also very important to have the right people around you.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's everything. You cannot do everything by yourself.
Nothing. You
That's
can
for
do
sure.
nothing by yourself. Nothing meaningful. Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
I love it. So, Doron, what's your mission for life?
Wow, that's a great question. I think on top of that list is to help people in their journey. I came to this country, let me see, 20, 26, 27 years ago by myself. Nobody helped me in my journey. I pretty much did anything under the sun. I fell on my face. I scraped, I bruised, I, I, I got a lot, I saw pain and a lot of it, right? And I think at the end of the day, we're all people. It doesn't matter what's in our bank account, what kind of title it goes on our signature panel, on the bottom of our name in our email, or what car we drive, or how many kids we have, or where do we live. We all have a very unique journey.
Yeah.
And if I'm lucky enough to be able to be where I'm at in life, I feel that if I would be blessed enough to be able to impact other people's lives beyond my tiny circle of my amazing kids and my wife, then that's something I want to live by, and that is my mission.
That's beautiful. When you say impact people's life, what do you have in mind? What kind of people you have in mind?
Anyone I can touch, I mean, I can't tell you how often, and my close circle of team members that travel with me, like Michelle, my operating manager, she'll tell you that I get people to come to me with all their problems, and I solve them in 2-3 minutes. So it really is anyone I meet, and I'm trying to do more of it at scale instead of one by one through, like podcasts like this, or keynote speeches that I do all over the country. I can't tell you how many times that just drew people to me, and they all say the same thing. Either they need help with something, or how much I impacted them by the things I said on stage, the things they saw me talk about in podcasts, through my Instagram posts. I have a lot of like gold nuggets that I throw out there, or mindset things that I put out there. So the feedback is amazing from people on how much of impact I'm already making on their life. And I'm, honestly, it's addictive to me. Like, nothing gives me more joy than to know that I was able to solve someone's problem and help someone with their journey. Because, like I said, nobody ever did it to me. And I discovered I want to say about 5-6 years ago that's really my calling.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, if somebody wants to partner with you, I know that you are a businessman and you want to grow and impact others. Where they find you?
My Instagram handler is probably one of the best places to find me, see what I'm up to, what I'm doing, really kind of take a small peek into my world, and connect with me through a DM. It's Doron Levi, my name, Doron Levi. Sometimes Levi is spelled with a Y. REI, that stands for real estate investment. That's my Instagram handler. Just follow me and DM me, and yeah, let's connect, let's JV. I think that the true leader is not the one that carry the title of a leader, but true leaders also bring up other people. So I would love to JV with other people and contribute to their financial success as well along my journey of doing it for my family.
There's anything that you wouldn't do in real estate? There's anything that you would like to highlight? What would be ideal for you to partner with you?
Yeah, so they can go to my website, doronlevy.io, where they can find my buy box and they can see exactly what I'm buying, what kind of projects am I building. And they can also submit deals for them to JV with me or any kind of opportunities for us to do together at any capacity.
Perfect. You're amazing. Do you know that?
No, but thank you. I appreciate that. I try.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me, Eva.
Pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.